Alright guys, well I wanted to make another video to show what I have coming up on the bench here in the next 2.5 months. I'm going to be leaving in about 2.5 months to make my way down to Tampa, Florida to do the Comic-Con down there. And I'm kind of trying to scurry to get a few client builds and my displays all finished up for the Tampa Comic-Con. So I wanted to give you an idea. I have 5 models on the table right now with a 6th sitting next to me. I'll pull that one up when I'm done with all these, and when I do you'll know why. But I just want to show what I have going on. So first, I have a Battlestar Pegasus. It's a 1:4105 scale for my client Kevin. It's roughly 17 inches long-ish when it's fully completed. And this one is going to have a lot of custom work done on it, so all of the lights will light up on the inside. All the windows underneath will be lit up, all the spotlights, all the engines will be lit up. But on this one, it'll have a custom built shuttle bay using photo etch parts, but there will be a few scratch built Viper ships inside. It will have a landing strip. The shuttle bay will go all the way through, and it'll be on the top and bottom of the port and starboard shuttle bays. So there will be 4 shuttle bays total that all have running strips on them. It's gonna be pretty cool when I get it done. So that's what I have going on the Pegasus. It will have a plaque that has the Pegasus symbol, and when it gets to that point, I'll show it to you guys. I'm not showing it now because I don't have it in yet. Still waiting for that to come in from Matt over at Laserfire Creations. But yeah, this one I've already got a few items in there. So there are the photo etch parts, and I already went through the pieces. It's made by Mobius, and I really like Mobius because they have nice, thick, molded pieces. But they've got a lot of really good detail. You can see the size of the head. It'll go something like this, and then it'll have the whole back end for the engines. So all these windows, I also got an upgrade kit for this, that all of these open windows right here will be replaced with an upgrade kit. There will be a few parts, like the arms, that I will swap out completely and replace with this upgrade kit. And what this upgrade kit does is it gives it a whole nother level of detail. It makes it look just that much more realistic. So this is what I'll be starting this one in just a few days. As soon as I get I've been waiting on those upgrade parts, because without those parts I'm not sure where I should start until I have those parts, because it's going to be over 42 different parts, and I don't want to start building it and then get the parts in and realize I have to destroy some of it. So that's one thing that's coming up for my client Kevin. Now for Tampa, I'm doing a little bit of a NASA theme, as you can see. I will have my Lost in Space shuttle pod as well as my Reliant that I'm finishing up. Should be done today. I just have to do 2 more things of paint, and the model itself will be finished, but I won't be able to make a video of it for a while because I'm still waiting on the plaque to get in. As soon as that gets in, I'll make a video. But I have a shuttle, space shuttle by Tamiya, and I'm not sure what name I'm going to give it yet, but I'm going to do a pretty cool looking stand for this to kind of make it on an angle almost. But it's not a bad size. You're looking maybe fully assembled 8 to 10 inches wide by 12 to 14 inches long. So it's a pretty good size ship. And this one will have a fully lit up internal cockpit with blinking lights. It won't have any people inside. Well, it'll have solid lights. The blinking lights apparently means something is wrong, so it will have solid lights. And another thing about this is I got a circuit board from Tenet Controls that is technically for the Enterprise refit. It's a thruster board that just has a timer, and it'll just go through and fire thrusters. I'm going to take that circuit board, apply it to this, so that all of the thrusters will light up, and they'll just sporadically come on to look like the real thing. But this is made by Tamiya, and the nice thing about Tamiya is they've probably got the best molding for detail, but it's usually done on pretty thin material, and there's usually a lot of flashing that you have to take care of. But Tamiya beats everyone in parts. I mean, this ship alone probably has as much, if not a little bit more parts than the whole Enterprise refit. It's a monstrous ship. So this is something I'll be working on in my spare time between the client builds. But this one will be a little, this one will be sooner. And I'll tell you why in a second. And then next, this is one I'm going to be starting probably today. This will be a display for Comic-Con. It's the first lunar lander, Apollo 11. I'm going to kind of model it after the Apollo 13, mainly because it's a good representation of what a lunar lander looked like, and you have a lot of really nice close-up shots. So you get a good definition. I will be going to the Smithsonian later this year, and I can look at the one there, as well as the one at Cape Canaveral, but this will be finished before then. So when I'm there, I'll do some research. But this guy, there's not going to be a whole lot different on it. For the most part, I'll light up the inside, the crew quarters. I'll just put a light in there that'll come on. And I'm going to custom build a stand for it. I'm not going to use the plastic stand that comes with it. I want to build my own. But this one will have lit up engines. There'll be a circuit board, I'll apply to that. But the cool thing about this one is I'm going to make it compatible with the command module. What it's going to do, so when it's sitting on the stand, I'll have some plugs that'll plug it into the stand, you can do everything. But then you can take the top part off, and you'll be able to plug it, into the top of the command module. I think it'll be something that just makes it that much cooler. But it will have the guys out. It's going to be a pretty neat little thing when I get it done. Next is the command module. And this guy, I'm wanting to have it finished, preferably it's not in front, so because of all the models that I have to kind of pick and choose which ones will be on the hope to get built list and which ones will be on the build list. The lunar lander and that space shuttle are on the build list. This one and the other one I'm going to show you are on the hope to get built list because with the client builds and leaving, I need to make sure I get my client builds done first. So what I will do on this guy, I'll have a fully detailed interior, I'll have it all lit up, lights on the panels, the 3 astronauts in there, and so this one, you can make it to where you can see the inside, basically the Apollo 13 version of what happened. I'm going to seal all that off just to make it look solid, and I'm going to attach it to a stand. I've already got a plaque coming in that it's pretty sweet. Basically, it'll be about 8x8, and the plaque is the plaque that Apollo 11 took with them to the moon. It was what was wrapped around the lunar lander leg. I got that, and it'll be about 8x8, and that's what this command module will be mounted to. But as I said on the lunar lander, I'll have a plug coming off the tip so you can plug the lunar lander into there. And I'll probably have the main engine, the SBS, lit up. Just pretty much whatever I can to show off the lighting, but for the most part show off the ship itself. And so this is on the Hope 2 build list. Now, I think most of you know what this is. This is an Enterprise refit that I'm building for my client Chris in Colorado. He wanted the everything done to it, modeled after the Undiscovered Country version. What a lot of people don't know is they used many different models, and if you watch the movie, specifically Wrath of Khan when it comes to the Reliant, I had to not only choose the movie, I had to choose the model itself I wanted to model it after, because if you watch, every one of them is different. And they use several different models throughout the Star Trek movies. The Undiscovered Country, they only used about 3. One they're going to blow up, or shoot torpedoes at, and the other one is going to be the display. So I'm going to go through, and this one will be modeled after the display. And so what that means is the detailed work around the deflector dish on top of the secondary hull, that will be more of a variety of grays that'll have a hint of blue tint to it. It's going to be really nice when I get done. But this one will have firing phasers, firing torpedo launchers, the deflector dish and engines will light up like I've normally done, This one will have a different shuttle bay though. So the shuttle bay I've always built is from the Motion Pictures, what comes with the kit. This one is going to have an upgrade kit, which is modeled after the Final Frontier shuttle bay. It's much smaller, shorter, stumpier, honestly more to scale of how they're wanting all this to look. So I'm waiting for those parts to get in, but that'll go in the back. It'll have a fully lit up arboretum, officer's lounge. It will have the lighting effect on the bottom of the primary hull and the top of the primary hull. All the thrusters will be lit up all around the deflector dish. This one will also have the plaque that has the shields up, shields down display. So when you push a button, the shields go up around the plaque. You push it again, they come back down, just like in the movie. The other big thing about this is going to be the paint job. This is going to have the 5-colored Aztecing, similar to what I did on the last one. The last one had just these normal Aztecing pieces. Well, this one is going to have the very extensive Aztecing, which means I'll still use these pieces, but it's all going to be for the most part one color, and then I go back over it to put in the other 4 colors to look just like it did when it was leaving the space dock in Motion Picture. It's going to be a very nice paint job when I get it done. So that's about all I have on this guy. This one, the biggest thing on this one is going to be the paint. When I get finished with it, it's going to look extremely nice. Alright, so that's what I have coming up. Lastly, the one I told you wouldn't fit. Okay. This is the Space Shuttle with Launch Tower made by Revell. They said they have a limited edition on here, and they were serious. I went down to my model store, and they had this one down there, and 2 weeks later, I looked at it a few times when I went in, and after 2 weeks from the first time I saw it, I went in to buy it, and it was gone. So I went to my friend there at the model store and asked him to ship in a new one for me. But he said this time, the limited edition, they were serious. They were gone. They were done. No more. So I had to buy this one straight from Revell in Germany. It was not the most inexpensive thing in the world, but it's going to be quite impressive. The launch pad itself is about a 2 by 2 foot square pad. And then this thing, so you can do the centimeters if you want. 2 by 2 feet, nearly 2 feet tall. And then it's about 1.5 feet square. Sorry. So this is going to be a pretty monstrous thing. I will put lights. Obviously you can see lights everywhere on this thing. It's just littered with lights. It has to be so they can see what's going on. I will have a spotlight coming up hitting the shuttle. I'll have the inside of the shuttle lit up, but I'll just have it light blocked so the light comes through and that's it. You can't see inside. Maybe. If I get an itch, I'll do a cockpit. But so this one as well is on the hope to get to list because it's mainly because of how big it is. Now all these ones, if I don't get to these displays before I have to leave for Comic-Con, that's fine. I'll just do them when I get back, and I will save them until the next Comic-Con unless one of you guys would like it. Then I would consider selling them to you. So yeah. That's what I have going on so far. Stay tuned because the next 2.5 months are going to be extremely fast-paced, but a lot is going to be happening, and obviously, as you can see, it's going to be a NASA 2.5 months, and that's what I'm mainly going to have at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. So yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at all the new models. I still have plenty more inside in my storage that I will start to pull out eventually when I get to it. One of them, I'll pull it out and show it to you guys again, is the Nautilus, the big Nautilus. I'm sure a few of you remember seeing it when I put photos above it. I'll be working on that one in the next few years, mainly because it's going to be probably a year project because of what I'm going to do to it. But yeah, so this is what I've got going so far. So hope you guys enjoyed looking at the models. Stay tuned, and if you have any questions, just ping me on Facebook or through my website. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. All right, take care.